This is the Midwestern movie reviewer with another movie review. Tonight I saw a movie, and I think maybe it was a special showing. It actually came out in 2022. I think it was probably part of like some independent film festivals or something of that sort. This movie was called Satanic Hispanics, which I thought that was a kind of a fun little rhymey name and perfect for this time of year when, the scary, spooky movies come out. So I saw the trailer and I was like, I need to see this. And it was so interesting, so original, really fun, a great time at the movies. If you like really scary movies, but also something different, something with a twist, go see this movie. It's probably showing a limited time just during this season, and you maybe can already rent it since it came out in 2022. But I love to go to see it on a big screen. And I know that a movie is a big hit if I'm looking at it through my fingers because I'm so terrified I don't want to see what's on the screen, or hiding behind my blanket, or I'm talking to the movie saying, hey, get out of that house. Do you want to die? What's wrong with you? And I definitely did all three in this movie.
Why don't you fill me in?
27 dead bodies all shot in the head. And only one survivor.
I bet he's got one hell of a story to tell.
There are portals back and forth from one realm to the other. The problem is sometimes the portals don't close once they're open. If I don't leave here within the next 90 minutes, we are all going to be dead.
So this movie was interesting. It's a compilation of five or six short stories. The main story and then 5 other little chapters. The main story is about a traveler who is found in this house where like 20 plus people have been murdered, and he's the sole survivor. The police take him to the precinct and interview him, and he proceeds to kind of tell his story while telling these short stories that have absolutely nothing to do with his story. They're just spooky, crazy, kind of supernatural or, something interesting stories. I don't want to tell you what those stories are about because I want you to experience it the way I did, not knowing what in the world was happening. I will say though, like one was really gory and gross. One was kind of a comedy. And there was humor throughout, and some stories were serious and some were funny. So that was interesting to me. I'm going to tell you who the directors were. One director who directed 2 of the short stories, his name was Mike Mendez. Also, there was Alejandro Brugues, Demian Rugna, Gigi Saul Guerrera, and lastly, Eduardo Sanchez. And so you could really enjoy the different director styles as you watch each different short story. There were a few actors in this that I recognized. The main guy, the traveler or narrator, his name was Efren Ramirez. And you would remember him from the Napoleon Dynamite movie. He played Napoleon Dynamite's friend. He did a really good job as the narrator and as the traveler in this movie. Also, one of the characters was an actor that was in Hero. His name is Greg Grunberg. There was also another actor I recognized. He's been in quite a few things. His name is Jacob Vargas, and you would have seen him in, I think, Traffic, several different movies, cop movies. You'll see him and you'll recognize him in a lot of different things. A few actors you will not recognize, or maybe you have seen them in something that I haven't seen. One actor's name was Jonah Ray. He starred in the second short story. Himki Madera starred as the vampire in the second story. And then Ari Gallegos, I think he starred in the 4th story. So there's lots of actors in this. If you enjoy Spanish language, there's a lot of Spanish language. It's mostly English, but there are subtitles in part of it, just so you'll know. It's rated R. There is some gore, a lot of violence. But just for this season, if you're into like scary movies and you expect that there's going to be that if you're going to get scared. So Midwestern movie reviewer says, this movie's about 2 hours long. It was so full of action and a great story that time just flew by. And I think you'll enjoy this movie if you like that kind of thing. Do not bring your kids. It's not a kid, it's not good for kids. But adults who like to be scared and love a good, original movie, go see Satanic Hispanics. Please like and subscribe and hit that notification bell so you can hear more of my movie reviews.